Hi, I'm Dr. Greg Stern, Stern Chiropractic, helping you and your kids maximize your health, performance, and quality of life naturally. Well, if you've been watching the newsletters, over the last several months I've done some different recipes as well as talking about plant-based diets. I'm a vegan. Plant-based vegan have similarities, have some differences. But for today, I was asked by one of my practice members to share with you a recipe I shared with her because it is phenomenal. I'm going to warn you, it seems kind of odd, but it is great. And it is a carrot hot dog. That's right. You use a carrot, you season it, and it tastes just like a hot dog. And I gotta tell you, not only is it great, but it's super healthy and you don't have all that nasty stuff that comes with a hot dog. Now, the recipe is not exactly mine. It's called Smoky Vegan Carrot Dogs. Found it online, but I made some adaptations. I changed it around a little bit, and below this video you'll find a link to download my adapted recipe. You can find it online and do what they recommend, or you can follow this whatever you like. Either way, it comes out great. So, let's get started. What do you need? Well, this recipe will make 3 to 4 carrot dogs. And really, if you want to make more, all you got to do is increase the amounts of the marinade that you're using and, of course, the number of carrots. So you try to pick 3 carrots or 4 carrots that are about the same size in diameter so that when you're cooking them, they cook evenly together. You're going to need a carrot peeler. And then for the marinade, you're going to use some vegetable broth. I like this hearty vegetable broth from Trader Joe's. You're going to need some yellow mustard. You're going to need some apple cider vinegar. Now, here, one of the things that I changed, the recipe called for a pickled jalapeno juice. So if you bought pickled jalapenos, you could use the juice from it. I eat pepperoncinis regularly. And by the way, I love this brand, Jeff's Garden, because it uses no additives. It uses turmeric as a preservative. I don't like all the nasty extra stuff they put in it. But so instead of that jalapeno juice, I use some pepperoncini juice. And I also make my own horseradish. So I added in my recipe using some of the juice, or in essence vinegar, that's been sitting with the horseradish in there as well. In addition to that, you need some minced garlic, which you can do fresh, or you can buy minced garlic. Maple syrup. I like to use a light soy sauce, a little less salt. Liquid smoke. And then a smoked paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, and I also added this ancho chili powder. And that's all you need. It's really easy. So this is what you do. You peel the carrots, you cut off the end, the top, and then you throw them in some water to boil. 10 to 15 minutes. You want to boil them until you can poke a fork into them, but you still want them to be firm. You don't want them to be mushy, just so when you're biting into it, it has the same consistency as a hot dog. And of course, you don't want it to be too firm, otherwise it won't taste good. It'll be hard to bite into. Now, after you cook the carrots, just dump the water out, put some cold water over the top to cool them off so they don't continue to cook, and then you mix together your marinade. Then, once you've mixed together your marinade, you just grab a 1-gallon Ziploc freezer bag. You put the carrots in there, and you pour the marinade in, and you let it sit in the refrigerator for 4 to 6 hours. I actually prefer to let it sit for a full day, but then you can let it sit for days, a week, more, as it just sits in the marinade and you have one at a time or whatever you choose. So again, this recipe couldn't be easier. So instead of having you watch me add 2 tablespoons of this, a pinch of this, through the magic of video, I've boiled the carrots, I've cooled them, I've mixed together the ingredients, and I've put everything into the Ziploc bag. Now this has been marinating overnight, so these are ready to cook. So let's throw them on the grill. So I like to get the grill up to a nice 500 plus degrees. having it on high. And then I cook it on 3 minutes each side. So I just keep rolling the carrot 3 or more times, just so it gets nice and grilled on each side. It gives it a nice texture, and it also gives it a great flavor. And while I'm cooking the carrot dogs, I prepare what I'd like to put on the hot dog, my condiments. Now also, for buns, I like to use a sprouted grain bun, and there is a great local company called Angelic. They do a phenomenal bread and hamburger and hot dog buns. They're all sprouted grain, which is substantially healthier for you than the regular buns. Now, remember to go to the website, www.sternchiro.com, where I have 21 plus years of newsletters with great health and wellness information there for you that you can check out, along with a ton of different healthy plant-based recipes that I think you'll love. I'm also including some links for those specific recipes below. Well, the carrot dog is done. Now, I grew up in Skokie in the 60s and 70s, and I learned early on from a friend who worked at Poochie's Hot Dogs, well known, that you cannot put ketchup on a hot dog. So when I dress up my hot dog, it's mustard, and it's mustard only. And after we get a little mustard on here, I like to go Chicago style with some diced onions, some tomato, and one of my absolute favorite things, sauerkraut. I like Trader Joe's sauerkraut. You use what you like, or don't use it if you don't like it, but it sure does make for a great hot dog. So, I appreciate you being with me today. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Please feel free to share it. And remember, go to our website, www.sternchiro.com. Enjoy all of the great health and wellness information on the website and in our newsletter archive. And I know it seems odd, try this carrot dog. You're going to love it. Peace.